One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
They see the wins, but they don't see the work. They don't see the pioneer digging in the dirt, digging to the core. This that 305 hustle, baby. Let's ride. They call me pioneer, I'm digging to the core. You just want to shine, I'm the one who found the ore. I'm a one-man wrecking crew, a whole platoon. Knocking down these milestones one by noon. I'm an ultimate team player, but I lead the tech. Put the whole damn city, put the team up on my back. Yeah, I run the new stack, building on the mainframe. This that tech coach hustle, building up the brain. I don't back down, I just double up the work. When they shut the door, I find another quirk. In the system, in the market, man, I'm always on. One man army from the dusk, come till the dawn. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep, maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Never backing down, I just pay the cost. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep, maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Yeah, I run this game, I just pay the cost. This ain't your rap talk, this is my real life. Built a new foundation, cutting through the strife. Got the new tech running, stacking up the data. Got the AI working heavy, I'm the new creator. I'm a boss to my team, the new recruits. Show them how to win, how to get the loot. From the live stream to the brand new platform. I'm the one they call when they in a damn storm. I'm a pioneer, man, in that digital stack. Got the new school models running in the back. I don't just chase the goals, man, I hunt them down. This a one-man conquest, hand me the crown. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Never backing down, I just pay the cost. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Yeah, I run this game, I just pay the cost. It's deeper than the money, this is for the bloodline. Gotta make them see a hustler who's gonna always shine. Make sure that the legacy is set in stone. Show them how to build a whole damn world all on their own. This that on the map mindset, on the track. Like a grandmaster planning the attack. I'm the ultimate team player cause I built a whole team. I'm the one man army that supply the whole dream. From the new speech to the coaching plan. I'm putting my whole soul into the master plan. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army but I move like a boss. Never backing down, I just pay the cost. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Yeah, I run this game, I just pay the cost. One man dynasty, with the whole team meeting. It's that pioneer flow. Maximize everything.
Maximize everything. Of course, that is the goal here, to maximize everything. We have just a few days left in 2025. I called it back in March when I said that we are practically in 2026 already. And look at that. The year slapped us, hit us. The year is over. It is over. And how was it? How was your, Junior, don't answer that. I already know the answer. Your 2026 was, your 2025 was amazing. Your 2026 is going to be even better. But for everyone else, everyone who is not named Junior, how was your 2025? Did you get a lot done? Or were you just, kind of meandering through the year, trying to make it through, trying to make it by, no real goals, no real ambition, no real purpose? Well, 2025 is over. It's been over since March. 2026 is here. Let's change that in 2026. Let's be productive. Let's be focused. Let's have that winning mindset. And if you need help, then definitely check out thrive.sequoia.dev, because that right there, it will help you shape your goals, be focused, whether it's health, whether it's for career-wise, whatever it is. Set your long-term goal, set your weekly goals to achieve those long-term goals, set your milestones, and set your daily goal that's going to help you get to your weekly goal, that's going to help you get to your milestones, it's going to help you get to your long-term goal. That's what I'm going to be doing in 2026, using my Tech Barbarians coaching portal religiously so that I can be focused and I can win more. I want to win. I just want to win it all. At the end of the day, I just want to win it all. That's just me. That is just me. All right. Happy New Year, everyone. We're just about there. We're just about there. Guess what though? That's not going to stop me from going live on Tuesday. We're going live on Tuesday. We're having our conversation tomorrow. We don't miss. We do not miss. We don't take 2 weeks off. We don't have PTO. We only have sick leave when we are unable to talk. I don't want to be coughing all up in the camera, right? But other than that, we do not take any days off. If I'm out of town, and I am working hard for when I am out of town, I can still be able to do something with you guys for 2026 because I hate being out of town. And when the time zone changes, it is a nightmare. And normally when I'm out of town, it's for work, and then they want to do stuff after. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out in 2026, but we're going to win. We are going to win in 2026. But before we get into all of that, I want to take a second to look back on 2025 and see how much we have grown, how much we have learned, how much we have worked on, from DevOps to cybersecurity, from trying to build a cybersecurity app to the time cost calculator, our AI learning, the explosion that we had with AI and vibe coding and Lovable and Supabase and what else we have? We have the Flutter plugins, so many things that we have done in 2025, and you guys have been with me every step of the way. That's why I am looking so much forward to 2026, because of the success that we have had in 2025. And we're going to build off that success. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep building. But also my goal for 2026 as well is to learn marketing. Maybe we start looking into how to actually do generative engine optimization so that the work that we do, our products, our plugins, all of that stuff, our videos can show up inside of the YouTube or inside of these different large language models in Gemini and ChatGPT and Claude. Maybe we can get our work in there as well. We have so many different products that we're going to be launching. We want to be able to market those as well. So I want to, we're still going to be building, but I also want to dedicate time to learning how to market as well. Cause that is a big thing. And we probably have to sign up for some platforms. We might have to build some stuff on our own to help our marketing strategy. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out in 2026. But to everyone who has been with me in 2025, 2024, 2023, every last one of you, all the subscribers, people who might not subscribe, but they watch, everyone who left a comment, every last one of you, I just have to definitely let you know that I truly, truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I do. I really, really do. Those who are very active in the chat, those who watch from the clouds, those who leave me comments, everybody, everybody. Thank you so much for helping me have such a productive year. This year has been so productive because I have learned so much. I've been able to share so much with you guys. Mindset, software explorations, reviewing different type of career paths to pivot from whatever the traditional role was at the time to the new tradition, whatever is related to AI and things of that nature. We've done so much. We have so much. We didn't miss on our premiere videos, our Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, you know, the candid conversation, the software exploration, the bug bite. We didn't miss. We hit 52 out of 52 weeks. Amazing. And we built so much. We've learned so much. We've gotten so much better at prompting. amazing. So I am proud. I am proud of, you know what? You know what? Stop. Before we go any further, let's all give ourselves a big round of applause because of how successful, how much work that we have done in 2025. All right. Next up, I have to give a big shout out to all of my tech barbarians, everyone over at techcoachralph.dev. We are growing. We have a lot of people signed up over there and we are learning together. I can't wait for 2026. We're going to be doing some, I have some videos, like exclusive videos I'm going to be sharing, different plugins, how I made them, the prompts behind them, the tools that I use to do them, but also mindset conversations, focus, strategy. Going to be updating my resume and showing you guys how I'm doing it. Our vibe coding chills are not going to stop. Our Scrum nights are not going to stop. But I want to provide more. I'm gonna see if we can do some more conversations in there, like going live and stuff like that. So we're gonna figure that out. But it pins to the top of the chat. All right, for Christmas, and I think it ends next week on the 4th, like next Saturday, next Sunday. There's a link in there where you can get 3 months access to techcoach.dev and join us for our vibe coding chills, get access to exclusive videos, get everything that we do over there. You get access to it. Not the one-on-one coaching, but everything else you get access to it. So there's a few spots remaining. Click the link, sign up. It's my gift to you for Christmas and heading into the new year so that you can be productive. You have no excuses. It's like you saying, you know what? I want to lose 20 pounds for 2026, right? I'm gonna get a gym membership, and the gym says, you know what? I'm gonna give you the first 3 months for free. And you don't take advantage of signing up for those first 3 months on them. They're giving you the first 3 months and you're saying, if you want to level up your tech skills, then click on the link, pin to the top of the chat. Join us. There's also a community post on it too. Join us. Junior's there every vibe code and chill. Sometimes he's even able to make it for the Scrum nights when he's available. Joins the conversation. I've learned so much from Junior. We build off of each other. We learn from each other. And that is the goal of the techcoachralph.dev community, the techcoachralph Patreon, all right? Click the link, join. It's yours to lose. Do you want to win or not? Do you want to win or not? All right. But my tech barbarians, especially the ones that I work with one-on-one, I'm putting them on projects so that they can build the necessary tech experience that they need so that we can go out there and get it. We can go out there and get it. And that's why my tech barbarians are the very, very best.
We the best.
It's not just a place to just hang out and chill and talk. It's actually to put in that work. You have to put in the work if you want to see results. Simple as that. We're not just going to talk and have a great time. We have a great time, but the work comes first. The work comes first, period. All right. Lastly, but certainly not least, shout out to my tech mercenaries out there, the YouTube channel members who allow this channel to go across the entire world. I get comments in all sorts of languages from all sorts of countries because this tech message, this tech language is universal. I might not be able to speak Russian or German or French. I can kind of speak French or Japanese or Chinese or whatever, right? Or Spanish. But one thing that is universal, it's code. Python is universal, Java is universal, Flutter is universal, TypeScript and JavaScript are universal. Coding is universal. And this tech message goes across the world, and that's all thanks to my tech mercenaries, Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, quick announcements. Tomorrow, I'm still debating about this one, right? But tomorrow I plan to release a video. I was reviewing a LinkedIn post, and it's the reason that most people, they cannot find a job, they can't find a new job, even if they have 30 years of experience. I want to review that and say, this is why we need to shift our strategy, to shift our mindset. LinkedIn is not, yes, it's not your therapist. LinkedIn is not your therapist. The people on LinkedIn are not your therapist. You want to put your best foot forward. Stop treating LinkedIn like it is Facebook. All right? Although Facebook is not your therapist either, I'm just saying. But stop treating LinkedIn like it is Facebook and TikTok and all that type of stuff. You need to be professional on there. Stop whining and complaining. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'm gonna post it. We need to talk about that tomorrow because I see so many people using LinkedIn platform for the very, very wrong reason. And we need to fix that. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna be live Tuesday night, continue working on our time cost calculator. Pushing it to the next step. We'll probably look at some, I think everything is working and we need to run the test again and start packaging up. So that's gonna be Tuesday night. Wednesday, we're gonna be talking about, what's that role? Oh, the data curator, another AI role. And it's weird. Okay. And then we're going to be live on Thursday, on New Year's Day. And then Friday, we have the bug bite again. All right. So that is our plans for the week. Something was weird on my stream deck. Give me a second. Something is not right on my stream deck. Let me see what's going on. Oh, okay. What? Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me get this thing off. All right. Cool. So one of the things one of the things that I'm working on is trying to optimize my editing flow so that it can go faster. I have so much content. We live stream for 3 times a week for about 2 to 2.5 hours each live stream. We have and then there's the vertical mode. There's that's being recorded. There's the portrait mode or landscape mode, whatever. And editing all of that, our working segments, our breaks, and then trying to create shorts off of some of those. The editing process is massive. So I'm trying to build a system around that. I added a plugin, which I will probably document if it works, I'll document that in the Patreon. But I added a plugin to try to take timestamps and take that timestamp, write it in a format that I can import that into DaVinci Resolve. It's probably importable into Adobe Premiere. So I'm trying that out. I have to make sure I remember to click the timestamp button. If not, I will probably find a way to integrate that somehow. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah. All right. So let's go into a little let me check the chat. I'm gonna check the chat first and then we're gonna go to icebreaker, right? Let me check the chat first because my guy Junior is in the building. So we got Junior in the building. Says, what's up, coach? What's good with you, Junior? And Junior also says, marketing is definitely a big deal. I can build amazing, and that's the thing, right? It's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest, but no one's around to hear it, does it actually make a sound? It's the same thing. If you build an amazing, amazing product, but nobody knows about it, did you actually create an amazing product? That is the question of the year. But so with that, let's jump into our icebreaker. So we love to build, we hate to market. Let's fix that in 2026. Unless you are actually a marketing person. But the thing is, right?
I'm just being honest.
I have trust issues. I had a conversation once, right, where someone was like, you know what, I'm going to market your product. I'm like, and we're like, you know what, we'll divvy up the earnings and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, so what are going to be the metrics to see if the marketing is actually working? And the person pretty much told me, I don't work off metrics. I'm like, well, how will I know if what you're doing is effective or not? Think that kind of make you say, So I'm like, I'm just a numbers person, right? I need to see, like, how do I know if it's not something that's happening over here that's working or what you're doing that's working? I need to be able to differentiate. That marketing doesn't work like that anymore. I'm like, I need something to measure. So what we're gonna do in 2026, I gotta figure out how we're gonna do it. Maybe it's gonna be hard to dedicate a show to it. I gotta figure it out. Maybe we have to do something on Saturdays that's focused on marketing. Maybe that's I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that in the next coming days. But we need to focus on marketing. And the way I'm gonna do that, this is how I'm gonna start it off. Right? I am going to prompt our way to figuring out how we're gonna market in 2026. All right. So let's see. Let's go over here. We're gonna start talking with Gemini. We're going to say we have a few apps built and platforms that we want to grow in 2026. However, I suck at marketing. Let's focus on how could we get a strategy to market resume flow? To market resume flow. Let's start with resume flow. To market resume flow, especially starting in the new year, as many people will be looking to grow, to get hired, or update their resume. We already added a landing page generator to push ads to from LinkedIn and let's say Facebook, into let's say from social media platforms and from Google Ads. This is how bad I am with the marketing, right? Because I am struggling to trying to think about it, and I already made my first mistake. I didn't do the times. Ooh, what? Hold on a second. Well, that didn't work on well. Let's see. Let's do that. Let me try again. See if I do that. I don't know if it worked. I'm trying. So let's keep going. What? This is a struggle. What are your recommendations for a marketing plan for resume flow? Right. And then we're going to copy that, and we are going to, because I'm going to make another prompt. I'm going to do one for the YouTube channel as well. Well, that prompt doesn't really matter for YouTube. This is specific to resume flow. Let's see. That's all right. So this is a great position to be in. Most technical founders suck at marketing. You didn't have to repeat back what I said. That's a bit harsh, right? You didn't have to agree with me. Jeez. Most technical founders suck at marketing because they try to market the feature of the code rather than the outcome of the job. Message. Since you already built a landing page generator, you have a massive unfair advantage. Oh, I like unfair advantages. You don't need to be a marketing genius. You just need to be a sniper with your targeting. Okay. Tech mercenaries, we up. Says here is a strategy designed for a technical team to execute, specifically targeting the January 2026 new year, new job rush. Okay. The core strategy, hyper-specific landing page. Instead of marketing a resume builder for everyone, which is expensive and competitive, use your generator to market a resume builder for a specific person. Why this works? Ads cost lower. Searching for resume builder cost $5 to $10 per click. Searching for junior React developer resume builder might cost 50 cents. Okay. Conversion is higher. If a nurse sees a page that says #1 resume tool for nurses, they convert 3 times faster than if they see a generic page. Okay. The setup, execute immediately, generate your niche pages, use your landing page generator to create 10 to 20 specific pages targeting high volume 2026 job seekers. Do not send all traffic to your homepage. Yep, that's why we built it. Role-based resume flow for nurses, resume flow for junior developers, resume flow for teachers, situation-based tech layoff, resume rescue, career pivot to AI, class of 2026 new grad resume, tool-based resume templates for ATS systems, Notion style resume builder, the new year hook. Update the copy on these pages to reference a specific time frame. Headline: get hired in Q1 20. Ooh, I like that. Subheadline: update your job title resume in minutes and beat the January rush. Okay. Phase 2, the channels, January 1 to January 31st. Google Ads, high intent. People searching on Google have high intent. They want a solution. Campaign structure: create 1 ad group per niche. You generated, so target job title plus resume, ad group, nurse resume, nursing CV help, sends to nurse landing page, ad group, junior dev resume, computer science student resume, sends to dev landing page. The lazy hack: use dynamic keyword insertion in your ad headline so the ad matches the search query exactly. Oh, fancy. Social media, TikTok and Reels. You don't need to dance. You need to show before and after results. I could do that. So trend to ride, roasting my old resume or things I deleted from my resume to get hired in 2026. The content, screen record resume flow, deleting a wall of text, replacing it with clean bulleted metrics. The call to action: I built a free tool to fix this, link in bio. Okay, I have to get a link, TikTok, I guess. Side project, marketing the developer way. Since you're a dev, build tiny free tools that act as lead magnets for resume flow. Idea: resume keyword scanner. User paste a job description plus their resume, and you tell them which keywords they are missing. I mean, resume flow does that already. The funnel: they use the free scanner. You show them the score, fixes instantly. Ooh. Okay, we could do that. Maybe we could build that on resume flow directly. It says resume keyword scanner. User pastes the job description, their resume. Maybe you do a landing page that's called resume keyword scanner that uses the uploading of the job description and the gotta think about that one. The programmatic SEO play: long term, since you have a landing page generator, you can dominate search engine search results without writing thousands of blog posts. This is how sites like TripAdvisor or Yelp grow. Generate pages for every city plus job combination. What? Okay, I like that. Resume writer in Austin, Texas. Resume writer in Seattle. Generate pages for every verse comparison: resume flow versus Canva, resume flow versus LinkedIn resume builder. Content strategy: even if these pages are mostly identical, change the H1 header and the opening paragraph to match a keyword. Google will index these over time, bringing you free traffic. Oh my God, that's awesome. Summary checklist for January 1st launch. Generate 5 high-value landing pages, tech, healthcare, sales, new grad, and remote by December 30th. That would be on Tuesday. No, when is 30th? Yeah, Tuesday. And then set up Google Ads targeting those 5 specific niches. Ooh, we might have to go live in the Patreon. Set up Google Ads targeting those 5 specific niches. Create 3 shorts by January 2nd. Create 3 shorts showing UI fixing bad resume. I could do that. Email blast to any existing users. Update your resume for 2026 in 5 minutes. Recommended on pricing for January, offer Q1 career paths. Instead of a monthly sub, offer a 3-month fixed price. For example, $20 for 3 months. Job seekers hate subscriptions because they hope they won't need the tool in 3 months. A fixed season pass feels like a tool they buy to get the job done. That could work, actually. That could work. Got to think about how to do that, though. I like those ideas. Yep. Gonna think about them some more. Maybe we go live in Patreon and try to implement some of those. We shall see. We shall see. All right. That is our icebreaker. We have to get into marketing in 2026 because we need to market our channel, our products, everything else. We need to market ourselves like there is no tomorrow. That is the goal. All right. That is the goal. All right. We are going to, hold on. We're not doing Stream Deck today. Hold on. Let me go and fix that. Although I love doing the Stream Deck work, but we're not doing Stream Deck today. Let me go and update. Let's say preparing speech coach app for MVP release. Let's go with that. And I'm going to move that to there. All right, cool. Let me check the chat and then we will get to work. Let's see. We got my guy, my brother, the beloved, yes, the beloved brother Rod Brown in the building. The infamous Rod Brown is living it up on vacation while we do not miss. What's up, Rod Brown? How are you doing? Are you going live on New Year's Eve or are you going to do a fake live like you did to us last week? The people want to know. And all right, cool. So let's jump into work. Right? So let me make sure, do I have my Android Studio open? Yes, I do. We're going to go to here and we're going to go to our, almost shared my keys again. Oh, got to be careful with those keys. Let me see what's going on here. Here. And we are going to go to, sorry, I have Docker running already. All right. So we're going to go and kick off our first 20-minute segment. And I have my really cool coach countdown timer running on the Stream Deck. And eventually we're going to package it up and push it to the Elgato plugin store as well. But for now, we're just going to use it for our benefit.
It's time to do.
Okay, so let's go over to this screen and we have, all right, so let's start up the, no, I'm not gonna start up the emulator because I believe we have everything. Well, let me start it up anyways. I think we have everything working, but I'm gonna start it up and we're going to make sure that it's working. And we're gonna say run it on, we haven't done it on iOS yet either, but let's say run it on Pixel 8. I am going to say open the iOS simulator as well. Run it on that. But what I really want to do is, whoa, what is this? Kotlin. Oh, okay, that's something else. What I really want to do is run it on my actual phone so that we can see. Oh, we need to create an image for it. Why is there? Who's logged in? All right, let's go log out. Test one, or go to Supabase. Let me see what's the username. I think it's test4 maybe. Test4 at test.com. Password is test1234. And there we go. And everything looks good from everything that I can see. Nice pace, minimal filler words. There was that show more that was hard to see. Let's see if we can fix that show more real quick. Show more, show less. So I'm just gonna search show more. Let's go over here. And I just want that to be is expanded. There is a color that's part of it. So should this be like data? Let me see how they do it here. Text. So text, transcript, max lines. So that should just be a comma then after here. And then I should do color. Let's see. Font weight. See if another one has it over here. The reason I'm doing it on my own, because I tried to have AI do it last time, but it didn't really do it too well. Like it tried and it failed. So I was like, let me just try to do it myself. Let me see. This is under size box. Let me see if I can do minimal filler words, which is a title and so just color. Just take color and we'll do white. Oh wait, so it should be like that. They said that this was a part of that property. Why is that? All right, let me see. Let me try it again. Text, style, theme, headline, large. All right, so it's not part of that. Text, constant, text, clarity score. Or where's clarity score on here? That's probably part of the heading. Let's see where we have pace. Let me see. Try interactive transcript. Text style. I don't see a color as part of it, but I do see, so inside of text, they have like max lines. So I should have a color in there, no? The parameter color isn't named. So I do I have an idea. I'm gonna leave it messed up, and I'm gonna go to kilo. I'm gonna say, I'm trying to set the color for the show more or show less button for the interactive transcript, but I'm getting this error. I'm just gonna do this one like that. But if and I'm gonna say getting this error. Can you fix that for me so that we can make the color white for that text? Or let me see, is it gonna look confusing? No, it should be fine if it's white. That should be fine if it's white. So let's start off with this prompt. So after we do this, after we get this working, maybe in our, I just love the fact that I can just look over and I see, oh, there's 12 minutes left in the segment. By the way, Junior, I found a really, really cool way to add the timer to the, or at least allegedly a very cool way to add the timer to the stream, and how we can add different styles and have it, it'll work similarly to how the YouTube sharing works without all the extra work that we have to do, because it's going to be controlled by the Stream Deck. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. We're going to work on that this coming Thursday. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's what it was. See, and that's why I said, you know, I'm gonna show it, like, give it an idea of what I wanted to do, and then we're gonna have it do it for us. And there we go. So it needed to be like is expanded, and then style, constant, text style, colors white. All right, got it. So now if we go to here and we go to there we go. White it is. White it is. All right, there we go. Sweet, love it. So now, before I put it on my phone, I'm going to try to put it on the iPhone. See if that's working over there. That way we can know that, because, and I'm going to, like, to test it on a real device, I'm going to have to do it on AWS Device Farm, because I do not have a new enough iPhone, which maybe in 2026 we'll get one of those. And I want to get an iPad too. I do want to get an iPad as well. All right, so uncategorized Xcode, unable to find a destination matching the provider destination specifier. Ineligible destination for the runner scheme. Ooh, what does that mean? Please download and install the platform from Xcode setting. All right, let's go take a look at Xcode real quick. Xcode. Please download and install the platform from Xcode settings. Oh, okay, so let me see. Maybe we need to do something in Xcode, because I had downloaded a newer Xcode the other day, but I didn't set it. Maybe I didn't open it to set it up. Error, iOS 26.2 is not installed. Okay, well, I guess we have to go and install that. In the meantime, then, what I'm going to do is I am going to also add another device, pair a device over Wi-Fi, pair devices to enable wireless debugging. An unexpected, what? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me see. I'm gonna have to get a, do I have any, to find a USB plug. Let's go. So we can minimize Kilo for now. Xcode is opening. An unexpected error. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because I don't think I'll be able to run it on so there's a few things we need to do. I don't think I'll be able to run it on I won't be able to run it on, what do you call that? I won't be able to run it on AWS Device Farm yet or the Google one, because Supabase is still running locally. So I won't be able to connect to it. All right, so let's go back to Xcode then. Let's see, predictive model complete. All right, so it says go to file, or it goes to Xcode settings. And then we go to, what do you want me to do with this? All right, components. And we need to get 10 gigs, Jesus. All right, I guess we have to do that. It's a pretty big download. We got the predictive code completion. Ooh, if we were to build one for the Vision as well, imagine as part of the Vision OS, right? If you are having the conversation, like, you know, and you can actually see a crowd in the Vision OS. So like as you are speaking, you see the crowd. So it's like you're really doing a presentation. You're speaking in front of a crowd, and that make you even more nervous to help your speech get better. All right, so we're gonna let this download in the meantime. I don't know why this is not working. Let's see if we can figure it out over here. So let's go to when trying to pair a device over Wi-Fi. Android Studio says unexpected error during Wi-Fi initialization. During Wi-Fi initialization in Android relates to connectivity glitch or configuration issues with your computer or Android device. Ensure the devices are on the same Wi-Fi, but it's not even giving me that opportunity. Restart Android Studio, restart your computer with wireless, forget, and re-add the Wi-Fi connections on your Android device. Use ADB Connect in the terminal, open the Android Studio, find your device IP address. Let's check. I haven't been to Stack Overflow in a while. Okay. Have you tried pairing your device using ADB from terminal? I have not. Try upgrading the SDK. Should that fix it? I don't think that'll fix it. Hold wireless debugging on the device to see if the pair device code on Windows. Let's try. Oh, it's almost done. Let's try. Go to find me a terminal window. If we go over here, ADB Connect. No ADB found. All right, so that didn't really help. God, so let's go to. No, there's some wireless there. Let me see what we got. Make sure I'm on the same network. I am not on the same network. Let me go and add myself to the same network. All right, now I'm on the same network. Let's try that again. Still no. I'm gonna close out I'm gonna close this out altogether and open it back up. Exit. Android. Oops. Open up Android Studio again. And oh, there we go. Look at that. So we need to pair. Pair using. So we're gonna go. So on my phone. You know what? Let me do this Droidcast as well. That way you can see Air Droidcast. Droidcast. There you can see everything that's happening. Okay, so we are gonna say scan the QR code. QR code scanned. I think this should still work. Let me move this off real quick. Make sure there's nothing weird that shows up. All right. Now we're going to go to settings. And we need to go to developer. Where's developer options? Where is developer options? Okay, developer options. Wireless debugging. On. Allow. So basically, I just turned on wireless debugging, and then we're going to say, oops, gotta control it from here. We're going to say, pair using QR code. Oh, I think it's under the wireless debugging. Pair using QR code. And I'm gonna scan that. Still waiting for something to happen. Pairing device. In the meantime, this is done. So let's try to run this on the iPhone 16 again.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
This is still pairing. Let me see. Why is it still pairing? Pair using QR code. I'm trying it again. All right. Well, wait. Okay, we're paired. We are paired. So that is good. So we should be able to. So when we come back, we should go off the onto the onto my phone, and we should be able to see it. All right. But for now, we are going to go to break. All right. Let's go. Let's do that. All right. I'm going to check the chat, and then we are going to get into our first break time topic of today. Let me see. Rod Brown's like, live? What? What's that? I'm on vacation. Telling you, they get a little bit of shine. They got the bruise showing up in their comments and in their chats, and now they're like, live? I'm on vacation. See what the Rod Brown, see what the bruise did to you? They gave you so much motion, and now you're like, I can take a vacation. I can take a vacation. Junior says vacation doesn't exist. Not for me and you, Junior, but says I look forward to seeing how the timer looks. My goal is to have it look. We have some options on how it can look. To have it look like it looks on the countdown, but also I am going to fulfill a year and a half request from my guy Yakar, because he has been asking me to have a flip clock. I think you call it time flip clock. I don't know, the one where like the little thing is flipping down. So we're gonna have that as an option as well to show on the screen, right? So I want to fulfill that request for my guy, your car, because he was talking about that forever. I just didn't know how to do it, but now I know how we can do it. All right. And it says, Junior, it exists in my life. I'm telling you. It says, you gave me 2 weeks vacation. Who? What?
How dare you?
How dare you? Says, this is your fault. I'm just following your directions as a tech barbarian. Your words, not mine.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
Saying, how dare you speak such things, all right? Mr. Beloved Brother Rod Brown, how dare you speak such things? All right, we are going to get to our very, very first break time topic. So our first break time topic was from last week, or from Thursday. We were supposed to review Elon Musk and Jensen Huang, who were talking about the no task beneath me methodology or philosophy. However, the URL that we're using was not playing fair, but I found another site that has it, and we're going to review that. All right. So we are going to jump into that. All right. So it says Elon Musk agrees with Jensen Huang's work ethic. Work ethic, that is another theme for 2026. It is a theme every single year. How can we have the right work ethic, the right mindset, not to be posting dusty posts on LinkedIn saying, it's not fair, the job market isn't fair. Life is not fair. Life is not fair. So we need to adjust, we need to adapt. Elon Musk, so let me zoom in on this a little bit. It says, Elon Musk has thrown his support behind NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's view of leadership, and it comes down to one simple idea. No task is beneath you. What does that mean? Like you want me to go and move this box? No. This is the way, Musk wrote on X, sharing a clip from Huang's March 2024 talk at Stanford Graduate School of Business. By the way, I am happy that this site, HW Busters, they just said X, right? I am so tired of saying formerly Twitter. Like, how long do we have to keep saying formerly Twitter? It's just X now, right? Let's for 2026, can we do away with the formerly Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter? Can we just start saying X in 2026? Please, that I beg of you. Let's stop saying formerly Twitter in 2026, right? Let's just say X. Let's just go with X, right? It's so much like if we reduce Twitter Twitter, 7 letters to just X 1 letter. Why do we have to say X and then say, like, why do we have to say so many more letters after it, right? So Musk wrote on X, Musk says, this is the way Musk wrote on X, sharing a clip from Huang's March 2024 talk at Stanford Graduate School of Business. In the interview, Huang reflected on his early years working as a dishwasher, busboy, and waiter experiences. He says still define how he leads one of the world's most valuable companies. I have cleaned more toilets than all of you combined. Speak on it, Mr. Huang. To me, no task is beneath me, Huang said. I used to clean toilets. I've cleaned a lot of toilets. Some of them I just can't unsee. That is life. And here's the thing, right? Because so many people, they will hate on these CEOs. They don't know, they don't know their come up story. That's why I really appreciated Jensen Huang on the Joe Rogan Experience, talking about how, and Junior reminded me of this the other day, how he would send cassette tapes to his parents back in China, I believe, once a month to let them know how they're doing, because they didn't have any money to actually make the phone calls to China to speak to their parents. They didn't see their parents for such a long time. And now he is the CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world, right? While we have people saying, I've been working for 30 years and the way that things are today are not the way that it was 30 years ago. Well, guess what? We evolve, we change, we grow, or some of us just like to complain about it. It says, for Huang, humility isn't symbolic, it's operational. Let's say that one more time. For Huang, humility isn't symbolic, it is operational. Some people are just humble. They practice humility as a way to get highlights and accolades. It's really fake humbleness. It's fake humility. But Huang says it's not symbolic, it is operational. That is how I live my day-to-day life. If a colleague asks for input, he engages fully, not to assert authority, but to show how he thinks. When you show people how you reason through something, strategy, forecasting, breaking down a problem, you empower them. And that is why I have this channel, because I like to think in real time. I like to research. When I'm doing my coaching calls and somebody asks me a question, I'm like, oh, let me go and look it up. Let me go ask AI, let me ask Gemini, let me ask ChatGPT. I like to show people the way that I think. For good or for bad, I like people to see how I think, how I reason through things, how my mind is using all the tools that are at my disposal so that you can get a little bit of insight, a little bit of value so that you can move in similar ways. Some people always tell me, like, you know what? I should just search AI for that. I should just Google that. I'm like, that's what I do. That's what I've been doing for like 20, 30 years now. It might even be 30, 35 years at this point. Huang explained, suddenly it's not as complicated as it seemed. That mindset, he says, is what real leadership looks like, not commanding from above, but teaching others how to think. From Denny, see, Jensen Huang might be my spirit CEO. You know how people say they have spirit animals? I don't have a spirit animal, but he might be my spirit CEO. If I was to identify as a CEO, I would identify as Jensen Huang. All right, I'm just saying.
I'm just being honest.
Huang's journey. So from Denny's and NVIDIA, Huang's journey resurfaced online in August 2024 when his LinkedIn profile listing jobs at Denny's from 1978 to 1983 went viral. Born in, so he's not. So was Taiwan part of China in 1978? Or no? What year? That doesn't make sense. 1978. When was he born? So let me see. Jensen Huang birthday 1963, and citizenship Taiwan. Was Taiwan ever part of China? That's a good question. Was it ever part of China? The question of Taiwan was ever part is complex and demands heavily on definition of China. It depends on what the definition of is. Prior to the 17th century, Taiwan was primarily inhabited by Austronesian indigenous people. There was no significant Chinese administration or control. So can you just give me a yes or no answer? The PRC asserts that Taiwan has been a part of China since ancient times, and that the PRC is the successor to the ROC, Rock Nation, okay, thus having sovereignty over Taiwan. So the answer is, in summary, Taiwan was administered by a mainland-based dynasty, the king, for over 200 years. However, it was never been part of the modern People's Republic of China, which was established in 1949 and has never controlled the island. The answer is, I don't really know. So we're just going to say he is not Chinese. He is Taiwanese. Let's go with that. All right. So it says, born in Taiwan and raised in the US, Huang earned engineering degrees from Oregon State University and Stanford before co-founding NVIDIA, now the dominant force behind the global AI boom. Despite his status, Huang says he avoids firing employees when possible. I'd rather improve you than give up on you, he said in a separate interview. I used to clean bathrooms and now I'm CEO. I think you can learn this too. That's a good point. Torture. Torture them into greatness. See, look at that. See, Jensen Huang wants to torture you into greatness. All I want to do is annoy you to success, right? I want to annoy you to success. Jensen Huang wants to torture you into greatness. You see, Mr. Rod Brown, you should appreciate that I just want to annoy you to greatness, to annoy you to success. Jason Huang would torture you into greatness, right? Huang believes most people are closer to excellence than they realize. Oh, that is deep. They just need time, pressure, and belief. People know I'd rather torture them into greatness, he said, half jokingly. That's what coaches do when they really believe in their team. That's a good point. That is a great point. Musk endorsement is telling. At a time when AI is reshaping industries at breakneck speed, two of tech's most influential leaders are aligned on a surprisingly old school principle. Great leadership starts with humility, learning, and showing up, even when the job is dirty. Oh, I love that. I love that. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is there any job or task that is beneath you? Or are you in it to win it? Are you in it? Because like, if you've ever heard, I know so many people, they talk so bad about Elon Musk, about, most people who talk bad about Elon Musk know absolutely nothing about Elon Musk. They just know that, he influenced the 2024 election, right? But they don't know the history of Tesla. They don't know anything about SpaceX. They don't know anything about his acquisition. When he purchased X, formerly Twitter. I'm saying formerly Twitter because it was Twitter at the time, right? When he purchased X, what he actually bought, like, and his time at PayPal and all of these other ventures, they don't know. So they think he doesn't know, like he's not an engineer, but part of his background is working 120 hours a week. If you listen to those stories that he's sharing his time at Tesla when they were about to go bankrupt, it was like a week before they were going to have to shut down operations, and how he turned it around. He is incredible in the tech space. He is the pioneer of the tech space, of AI and all that type of stuff. But people let the emotions cover the intelligence, the greatness, the mindset, the dedication, the discipline of Elon Musk. Whatever you feel about him politically and emotionally, you need to separate that from the tech barbarian and mercenary that he is, right? That's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that one. All right. So let's go ahead and let me check the chat real quick, and then we will get, I have an idea. Okay, cool. I just thought about how I'm going to cut up my to do the timestamps. I'm going to add, so the buttons that I have on the Stream Deck that go to break, like the break that show the break time topics, and that switches the like lower thirds to like icebreaker, the different so basically when I switch to a new lower third, that's also gonna add a timestamp. That's gonna be my strategy. See, as we use these tools, we start to figure things out. Love it. Perfect. So that's what I'm gonna do, right? But let's go over to here and I'm gonna check the chat to see if we have any new topics. Let's see. Junior says, that's the longest circular answer. I was confused. I'm like, so no? So basically the answer is, since 1949, the People's Republic of China has never formally had control over Taiwan, although they claim, because before we became the People's Republic of China, the Qing dynasty, the original Rock Nation, had control over Taiwan. So technically we should have control over too. I'm just going to say he's Taiwanese, all right? I was wrong when I said he's Chinese. He's just Taiwan. He's Taiwanese, right? He is Taiwanese. So crazy stuff. Crazy. Geopolitics is crazy. But we're going to get to our next break time, or our next working segment.
Let's go! Let's go!
All right. So we have our device connected. I'm going to try to run it on, well, let's see if this is running over here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Let me log in. Test4 at test.com. Password test1234. Log in. Nice. Nice. I love it. So we're working on iOS. I wonder if it's going to play.
And I'm just going to freestyle this because no, give me a second. Let me go ahead and put this.
It's playing.
I'm going to freestyle this because I heard that the
kind of choppy, but maybe it's because of how I think it's how it was recorded with this mic or the microphone, but it's working there. We should test a recording here on there too. Let's do a new session. Let's do this. I just reviewed. Is it recording? Hold on, let me see something. Is it recording? It is recording, but maybe there's no sound. Hold on. Oh, wait a second. It says unhandled instance of recording permission. Oh, so maybe, let's go. How do we do that? Unhandled exception, instance of recording permission exception. So let's fix that real quick. So I'm going to go to Kilo. We're going to pop that out. Remove from sidebar. What is that all about? Let's go here. All right, so let's say I tried to record on the iOS simulator and I got this error. If we do need to grant permissions on either device, we should let the user know that there is an error so that they can adjust the necessary permissions. Let's do that. And this is why we need to test on the different devices and find out how to give the proper permissions so that we can be able to properly test. While that's happening, I'm also going to go over to my phone and we are going to say, well, let me let this finish and then we'll do it. So while this is working, I am going to go to Gemini, create a new prompt. I want to say, go over here. For the speech coaching app, we will need to create a dashboard that can connect to Supabase to see, all right, let's say an admin dashboard, Supabase to see all the users, to see all the users. Make sure. Something. Let's see. To see all the users, to see analytics and any relevant information. What would be the best stack to see this? To build the dashboard. All right, so we got that. Let's see what they say about the dashboard. Because I'm just waiting for that error to be fixed. For speech coaching app dashboard connected to Base, the best stack depends on whether you prioritize development speed, pre-built components, or customization total design control. Given Supabase Postgres backend, there are 3 options. The rapid admin stack, fastest to build. If your goal is to get an internal tool running in a couple of hours rather than days, use a dedicated admin framework. These tools auto-generate CRUD. Framework. The low-code retool or tooljet. The app is being built via Flutter. I was going to have Kilo Code create the dashboard. Should we use Flutter to create the dashboard, or should we use WebStorm to create a JavaScript / TypeScript based admin / dashboard? Let's go with that. And all right, let's go back to this. Let's see what this is all about. Let's go here, run that. So basically locate the definition of recording permission exception, wrap, start recording, and try catch to handle that. All right, so it's running that. Let's continue reading over here. Since you're using Kilo Code, an AI coding agent similar to Klein and Rue, to generate the code, I would recommend you use a JavaScript TypeScript stack, specifically React, for the admin dashboard. Here's the breakdown of why. Since this is a better choice for AI generated projects, the AI fluency, the biggest factor AI models like Cloud 3.5, which Kilo Code likely uses, are typically better at writing React and TypeScript than Flutter web panels. There are millions of open source React admin dashboards, Flutter web. While this is great for apps, Flutter for web admin layouts are trickier. Okay. All right, so we'll do that. So audio playback, speech coaching context. Since this is a speech coaching app, you like need to listen to user recordings in the app. I don't know if I need to listen to user recordings. Well, there is an option to do that. All right, so we'll do it with React. No biggie. We'll use the WebStorm to do that. All right, let's see. I don't know why it's taking so long to handle this. All right, so if we go to the simulator, settings. Is there a thing for permissions in here? Not that I see here. GPU selection, input output. Ooh, let's do this one for the input. Output, okay, that stays as it is. Features, debug. All right, so I've updated the recording to handle microphone permissions more gracefully. If the permissions are not granted, instead of throwing recording permission exception, it now shows a snack bar informing the user that the microphone permission is required to provide a setting, and provides a settings button to open the app settings wrapped in the record start. All right, so let's go to run that again. And if we go to start session and we say initialize, okay, microphone permission required. So let's go to settings. Do we have those permissions? Let's go back one. Privacy and security. Microphone. Add clips that requested. Add clips to the requested access. What does that mean? Wait, so why aren't you requesting access? Add clips. So we will say when I go to the settings on the emulator, it's saying that no access was, or it's saying that no apps requested access, so I can't add it to the list. Can you make sure that we are requesting access to the phone? All right, so I'm gonna kick it off on the, oh wait. Add permission handle to pod file. All right, so it's adding the permission request to the pod file. And we are going to, all right, so we're gonna run that again. Do I need to get out of this? I'm going to, let me run it again. Stop, run. There, I have a name for it. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see it install. And then we shall in the meantime, I'm going to run it on this too. Let's put it there too. All right, so there's that. And we're going to say start, and we're going to say here. Ah, there we go. Allow. And we're going to say we are recording now. We are testing the speech coaching app on the iOS emulator or simulator, we call it, to see if we're able to record from the simulator. We just fixed the permission issues. we added a snack bar to the app to say if it doesn't have permission to take you to settings, but then we had to update the code to say, actually, no, just request for permission so that we can say, yes, you do have permission. So that is the goal. Let's see if this actually recorded, because I spoke a lot and it would suck for that it didn't record. Let's do, because I didn't see anything saying that it was catching it. You know how we have that, you know how we had the, well, maybe it removed it because it was working before. So let's go here. Let's say analyze. Ooh, temporary service unavailable. Who's unavailable? What was that all about? Let me see. If that's the case, we do need to clean up the error message as well. Do I need to restart Supabase? I might need to restart Supabase because last time we had to restart Supabase. Let me do that. Let me just do that just to be safe. Let's say NPS. Ooh, actually, let's go to this one. Let's use this one instead. Let me close that one off. Let's use this one instead. And the app is started on my phone, by the way. So that's awesome. Let me show you my phone. The app has been started on my phone. Let me see if I go to gotta actually type it on the phone. Let's say test 4 at test.com. TEST 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, look at that. It's connected to my Supabase. Let's go with this. Let me see if it's gonna play. Yeah, it's playing. I'm gonna try to record on my, well, let me make sure Supabase is back up first. And let me stop both of these. Oops. Where's the third one running on? Okay, so that's gonna be on my phone again. We're gonna do this one on the iPhone. I don't think this is gonna work because, oh no, it is gonna work because it saved it and then it tried. All right, so that's gonna work. So we have to restart Supabase because of the connection to however it works. Maybe it didn't have the keys initialized. I don't know, but now, if it recorded, then it should work properly. So what I'm going to do while that's doing its thing, I'm going to pull up my phone. Let me go to here. And I'm going to do another session. And I'm going to say record. Nice. And we say, while using this app. And we are live streaming right now and we're recording from my actual device to see that if it's going to actually work, if the playback's going to work, if it's going to do the transcription. Because if it does do that, that is going to be absolutely fascinating. That's going to be amazing because that means we are that much closer to MVP. Because I think the actual functionality on the phone is complete and I really want to get this into the app stores in 2026 because a lot of people, they are very, very poor at public speaking and communication, and they don't have an outlet to practice. So this is going to be the first phase in building our Speak Precisely coaching app, or I might change the name because I don't know. We'll have to brainstorm on the name at some point, but this is going to be the app of the year. Let's end it. All right. So let's see if the playback actually works. Ooh, so we have to fix, okay, so I just noticed something. When I turned it that way, we have an overflow part, so we have to fix that. But let's play. See, so many different things that you have to consider when testing on mobile. Because, oh, look at that. The iPhone works perfectly. The pace was a little too fast, fair enough. But we do have to, so if we turn that like that, let's go back a page. It looks good on the iPhone, but so, all right, so let's see if the playback works. See if I put volume up.
Amazing, because that means we're that much closer to MVP. Because I think the actual functionality on the phone is complete, and I really want to get this into the app stores in 2026 because
Nice. So that's working. I don't know if it's my phone that, or it has to be the app. So let me try something. Let me see if I have a, so I have a recorder. So if we were to use, let's try using this. See how this sounds.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I have a recorder on a call. What call? There's no call happening. Or maybe it's because, what? Maybe it's because it's connected? It thinks it's a call? I don't have a call. Okay. Figure that out. We will figure that out, but that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Let me go to, let's report this real quick though. Let's report this really quick. So when we're here and we turn here, we do have, all right, so let's say, let me prop this up like that. I am going to say, I need to get a dedicated phone for this. So I'm going to go to Kilo and I'm going to say, so I am testing on an actual phone, and when I turn it to landscape mode, I am getting an overflow alert of bottom overflowed by 2.3 pixels, of bottom overflowed by 2.3 pixels. Can we make sure there are no potential overflows? And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to start a new task because that is a new task. Let's say debug. And we are going to break. Let me turn this back up. And I'm going to move that out of the way. But, oh, actually, no, before I do that, before we go to break, I'm going to click on Analyze. Let's see if the analysis actually works. I can see that it's uploading the files to S3 in the logs. Let's see. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work. This is absolutely fascinating. All right, we will review the results when we come back, but let's go to break. All right, we are at break. Let me see. Let me check to see if there's anything in the chat, and if not, then we'll go to our next break time talk conversation for today. We have Fizzy 2K in the building. What's up, Fizzy 2K? Showing me love on the Twitch side of the game.
I appreciate you.
We are working on building a speech coaching app where a lot of people they say a lot of ums and buts and stuff like that when they speak. So we have been vibe coding over the past month or so, maybe more than a month, been vibe coding, building a mobile app where you can speak into the app and then it's going to analyze your speech patterns so that it can coach you to speak better in public, try to take off the butterflies. That's going to be the MVP version of it. Later on, we will be adding like a conversational mode where you can speak to AI back and forth, and it will, help you speak better. Basically, that's what we're building on Sundays. On Tuesdays, we're building our time cost calculator, and on Wednesdays, we build various things, plugins and stuff. I've been building a Stream Deck plugin. I built an OBS plugin. that's basically what we do here, right? We build stuff here. We build cool stuff over here. Thank you for the amazing question as well. All right, we are going to get into our next break time topic, which is, was the U.S. government, oh, you know what? Let me start that. Was the U.S. government falsely propping up the electric vehicle industry? Let's check out this video to see what in the world is going on. All right, so let's see.
President Trump plans to return to gasoline as the fuel of choice for cars. He has unveiled an historic reset of Biden-era fuel rules. Former Energy Secretary Rick Perry joins me now. Sir, are you pleased to see the EV industry in retreat? I'll bet you are.
Well, I'm pleased to see the market work is what I like. It's let the American people decide what they want to buy and keep government's thumb off of the scale.
And that's been done. I mean, EV is in retreat. They're not going to go away, but we're now going to be able to buy the car of our choice. That's basically it, isn't it?
Here's a question. Do you think that it was, quote unquote, fair that the federal government was giving, what, $7,000 in incentives for people who bought a electric vehicle? Was that actually fair to people in the United States, U.S. citizens, where if you're good, I mean, and here's the thing, right? And is it a scam? Because if an electric vehicle cost about, at the time when they first were propping it up, was $60,000, like a base Tesla might be like $45,000, but then who wants a base Tesla, right? So if you're gonna soup it up, right, and you're paying like $65,000, $70,000 just to get $7,000 off, I could easily see why the people are getting $800 leases and car payments and stuff like that, and they're getting repoed. All right, and with a Tesla, they definitely know where your car is parked, right? Where to find it. With car stuff today, it's still easy to find out like where they are, so you can't like hide from the repo man, right? But now that these policies have been rolled back, and like the incentives have been rolled back, now they're rolling back the fuel efficiency, quote unquote, efficiency policies, right? The way that we get energy today is not like we were getting energy 50 years ago. It's allegedly it's a lot cleaner, a lot safer. Were we falsely propping up that industry to inflate the numbers to make it? And was it fair? Like, should we have been doing that in the first place?
And that is a good thing. Allow the American people to buy what they want. You know, I've got great friends that believe in the EV. They want an electric car. You know, they got a Tesla, and God bless them. That's great and good. Me, I'm going to drive a big old bad boy Chevrolet Yukon with a 6.2 liter V8 gas engine.
Well,
here's the trouble as well, right? Also, well, it's not even trouble. Were they also forcing gas prices to go up so that the EV vehicles could? Because here's the thing, and a couple of things, right? If gas prices right now are very low, I just filled up one of my cars yesterday, and it was like $2.42 a gallon. All right, to be fair, it's $2.52 a gallon, but because I have a BJ's card, I get 10 cents off, right? So, but the thing is, what if another administration who is anti-natural gas and energy, they start putting all these restrictions back in place, and now gas prices go back up to like $3-something, because 2 years ago, gas was like $3-something, almost $4. And I remember during, it had to be the Obama administration, we're up to like $4 a gallon. I can't remember during the Bush administration how much that was. I think it was pretty high up in the Bush administration as well, probably because of the wars and stuff. But during the Trump administration, I might have paid under $2 for gas at one point. I can't remember for sure, but I know it was like in the 20 somethings, right? Especially like when the pandemic first started. My gas was super duper low. It might have been even before the pandemic, right? And then it went high in 2021 to 2024-ish. Started coming down towards the end of 2024. Somehow they found some miracle gas and like, oh, we found some gas that we didn't know about. And the price went down a little bit. And then now it is dropping. It is dropping like it's hot. All right. But I really, really wonder, like, are they trying to force the EV industry artificially? Right?
You need that in Texas, don't you? You just need it. That's the way it is.
Well, listen, it's my choice, and that's the point here, Stuart.
And I have absolutely nothing against EV vehicles. I would love to have a Tesla. I have a friend, he has like 2 Teslas. I have a cousin who has a Tesla. And I would love to have a Tesla, but should there be like, oh, we're going to give you this money if you buy a Tesla? Like, why? Why do that? Should the government offer any rebates on anything? Or should they just do a flat tax? Everyone, like, just make the tax code super easy, flat tax, pay X percentage, everybody, and we're not going to give you anything else. We're just going to, and we're going to use that to like fund the military and whatever important stuff that needs to be done. The roads, sanitation and stuff like that. That's local. That's local government. Like, but federal, military, overall infrastructure. I don't know.
And why a government has decided, and you think back through the Obama years, and they decided they were going to move the fuel numbers up to this many miles per gallon. And then when Biden gets in, he said, "Oh, you think that's good? Watch what I can do. I'm going to move it up to 64 miles per hour." I mean, it's just they tried to one up each other to placate their environmental friends, I think, and they've seen it really backfire now. And the American people have said, you know what? You allow us to make the right decisions, and we will. Don't overtax us, don't overregulate us, don't overlitigate us, and we will show you how to drive an economy forward. That's the key to all of this. And you've had both the Obama and the Biden administration that tried to overregulate, overtax, and quite frankly, overlitigate. And we pay a price for that. President Trump understands if you won't overtax, if you won't overlitigate, if you won't overregulate, the economy will boom. That's exactly what he's doing from my perspective. And, leave us alone, government. Try to have as small an impact on our lives as you can, which may be a bit of a pipe dream, but less of an impact than the previous administration and certainly the Obama administration. And you will see the American consumer spend their money because they trust they're going to get a real return on their investment. They'll spend the money, they'll invest, whether it's in the AI side of things, whether it's in the energy side of things, and the American economy will lead the world.
There is a data center boom in Texas, and that's ramping up the demand for electricity.
Another thing I need to research is, why are so many people against data centers? I have to do some research on that, because a lot of people seem to be against data centers coming into their area. And I wonder why. I wonder why, because it's to me, it sounds like it might be bringing more job opportunities to an area, but there tends to be like people to be anti-data center. I don't know. Or should they just be like in deserted areas? I'm not sure. Anyways.
Apparently, there is some pressure on the power grid as we head into the winter months. Mr. Secretary, is there a chance of blackouts in Texas this winter?
Well, there's always a chance of a blackout, but I will say that we took our eye off the ball for a little while back in the early 2000s. We had that Winter Storm Uri that kind of got everybody's attention, and Governor Abbott and the legislature, they saw that they needed to be giving incentives to gas-driven, in this case, peaker plants, of which they did, I think, in the 2023 legislative session, I think, $5 billion incentive program to go build these peaker plants. That, from my perspective, is a good use of state monies to incentivize some of the really important things in life. When you flip that switch on, you need to have the lights come on, the power that you're going to need to keep your home either warm or cool, and to drive the economy. And particularly, we're seeing in this AI data-driven environment that we're in, the need for power is powerful. So, you got companies like, I'm involved with Fermi America up in the Panhandle, which is basically a power company that's going to be delivering behind the meter power to these data centers. Data centers are, let's face it, electric hogs. They're pulling a lot of power off of the grid. We have to make good decisions about how to make sure that America, and in our case, Texas, has the power on our grid to be able to have the economics and to keep people safe.
I just want to get this in before we close. The Supreme Court has allowed Texas to use its newly redrawn congressional map. It's a win for Republicans. We asked House Speaker Johnson, who was on the show earlier, we asked him about this. Roll tape.
All right, we don't care about that in this show, at least. That is very interesting. That is interesting. About the EV, I always like, because like there will be like rebates. Oh, you know, if you were to like when you're doing your taxes, right? Like, oh, did you make any improvements to like get a new AC to increase the efficiency of your cooling of your house and stuff like that? And I don't really have anything necessarily against like I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about the government giving you money to spend your money and go into more debt on a particular item, right? Because guess what? When you do that, isn't it just the taxpayers who are, I just got it. I just got it. If the government gives you $7,000 to buy a Tesla, that means that I paid part of your Tesla or your Ford Mustang, whatever they call that electric Ford Mustang, or your Ford Lightning or whatever. If the government gave you an incentive to buy an EV, a rebate, that means money back, then I'm paying. I should own part of your car. So there it is. If anyone got the rebate from the government to buy an EV, then the entire population of taxpayers, of course, because not everybody pays taxes, they own part of your car. So it's all of our cars. It's all of our cars, right? If it's a crowdfunded car, it has crowdfunded ownership. It's all of our cars. It is all of our cars. I have a Tesla. I have a Tesla. But if I did, I mean, I would have took advantage of it. But I'm just wondering. It's just weird. It is just weird. Anyways, let's wrap that up. Let's go back to the chat and see if there's anything in there. If not, we're gonna get to our last working segment for tonight. There is not. Let's get to it.
It's time to do.
Okay, so let's start off with this first before we do anything else. Let's start off with boom. It works. It works. We have our the speaker is testing live streaming and recording feature for their public speaking and communication coaching app, aiming to offer a platform for people to practice their skills before going live in 2026. Have our recording. We have our too fast of a pace. We use the word actually too much. But overall pretty good. You're speaking at 185 words per minute, which is faster than ideal. Conversational range is 130 to 150 per minute. Recommendations: slowing down will help your audience process your ideas and give you more authority. All right, so perfect. So this is let me rotate real quick, see if we're gonna have a. No, we're good. All right, cool. So cool. We're going to move that off then to over here. We don't need it anymore. So that means our app works on Android and on iOS. All right. So the issue they were having, it was on I think it's on this page. That would be the recording page. Yep. So basically it says, I suspect the overflow is happening on the recording page, the one with the microphone, because the vertical context likely exceeds the screen height. In landscape mode, the dashboard page with the chart is also a tight fit. Could you confirm which page you're, right, so it's on this page. Let me also check out the dashboard page. Do we have the dashboard page is fine. So it is going to be the recording page. We will say, I suspect the overflow is happening on the recording page, the one with the microphone, because the vertical context likely exceeds the screen height. It is the recording page. So we'll fix that. So we got all that working. We need to, all right, so we should create our dashboard page before we should create our dashboard page before we thank you. Should create our dashboard page before we push Supabase to any environment. So basically we're going to need to host a dashboard somewhere, probably on, let me do it on Docker. Host a dashboard, host Supabase, put those on DigitalOcean. Thinking. I need to put on DreamHost. I don't know, I got to think about that. All right, so that's fixed. Let's run that again to make sure that that is not going to be an issue. This is so exciting. Let's get the app on the phone, and I'll bring it over. We also have to put the limits in place. We also have to put the limits in place. So we have a couple of things to do. So let's say new session, turn, let's say, testing a quick recording to see if we still have the overflow by 2.3 pixels on the actual device so that we are not having an error anymore, stopping the recording now. All right, so we turn. We are good to go. Look at that. Let's go back over here and I'm gonna take this off the screen. All right, cool. So that part is done. So next up. Thinking, because we cannot package this up yet to send to the app stores because we need to have the Supabase on an online platform first. Let's do the dashboard. We need to do the dashboard, and then we can say control the limits. So create the plans, control the limits on the dashboard. Yes. Okay, so we have to do that. All right, so let's do that. So we need to, in that case, I am going to stop the applications because we know all of the apps work on our devices. And I am going to disconnect from, where is that? Let's go to Tridecast. How do I do that? Where do I disconnect? Say quit. All right, so we are, let's go ahead and, what is this? Let's go ahead, let's commit our code actually. Get status. So our mobile version of the app is pretty much done at this time. Let's say we are going to say get status or get, let me see, our get ignore file. Oh, we have to do our test as well, but we will pick that up next. We'll work on that next time. Let me see, env. All right, we got all those. Let's do this one as well. Yes. Let's go with that. Let's say this. And get add, get ignore. Get status. Clear, get status. Okay, didn't. Let's say we do get restore, get status. Okay. We will do get add everything. Get commit. Working version of the application. Of the mobile application. Now, in the spirit of separation, get push. Oh, there's no remote. All right, we'll do the remote part after. So, in the spirit of making it modular, microservice and stuff like that, we are going to. So let's say the mobile app is separate. We are going to, I thought I had a remote URL for that. Guess we have to create one. All right, I'm going to close this out. Going to open WebStorm. WebStorm. And we're going to say, let's go to GitHub actually first. We're going to create a GitHub. We're going to say, let me see what happens if you do project. So customize or flexible tools for planning and tracking your work. We'll use projects next year. I'm going to go to new. And let's turn off wireless debugging as well. All right, so I am over in GitHub and I'm going to say speak precisely dashboard. Say admin dashboard. Let's go with that for now. And let's say admin dashboard for speak precisely coaching app. Choose visibility private. Let's add a README. Get ignore for TypeScript or JavaScript. TS. Java. Node. That one for React. Say Node. And we're going to say, I don't know, one of those for now. All right. So we have here, we're going to say, or just go over here. We're going to say clone repository. We're going to say from GitHub. Speak precisely admin dashboard. I can't believe I didn't add one for the actual mobile app. Anyways, cloning the repo, trust project. Move this over here. And we're going to go to Kilo and we're going to say that we are going to say that, what is this? Sorry, close that out. I don't know. The thing is that it's not going to have context, but we created the speak precisely mobile application, which connects to our super base that is currently running in Docker at this location. Here. I'm going to say architect, actually. We need to create a dashboard. We need to create a dashboard for the admin that will also control plans and offers and limits and things of that nature. Oh, you know what I can do? I can say, I am going to go to here and I'm going to say pwd, we are, all right, so let's go to here, ls, cd specs, ls, I'm going to say 0, all right, so cd001, pwd, I'm going to copy that and I'm going to say that you can see the specs. You can see the specs that created the mobile app here at this path to see what we'll need for the dashboard and admin control. Please create a constitution and specs for this. All right, and let's go with run that. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what happens. So what I basically did was I fed it the specs that we're actually using so that it can have a frame of reference of what the app is about and how it's built and to see what's been done already so it can create a valid dashboard, right? So now we have a question. What is the question? The question is, I'm ready to create a constitution and specs for the admin dashboard to ensure they fit your vision perfectly. I have a few quick questions. Tech stack. Do you have a preferred framework for the web dashboard? Next.js, React, admin, Refine, or plain React? Admin access. Should admins be specific roles within the existing user table or a completely separate set of users? I think it could be within the same. All right. So business logic for plans, offers, limits. Are we modeling a standard SaaS subscription system, free versus pro tiers with monthly recording limits? I don't know between Next.js. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit of research. We're gonna go to Gemini. It's like we're asking Gemini to, all right, so prompting in Kilo, it's to create the dashboard. It's asking if we should use Next.js versus React admin. What is the difference between the two? Let's see. I have no idea what Refine is, so I'm not even going to look into Refine at the moment. And I think we're going to do, so as of now, I'm listening towards React admin. The main difference between is flexibility versus speed. Next.js is like buying a raw lumber and tools. You can build anything you want, a table, a chair, a spaceship, but you have to build every leg and screw yourself. React admin is like IKEA. You get a box with parts specifically designed to build a desk. It is incredibly fast to assemble, but if you want to turn that desk into a spaceship later, you're going to have a hard time. I think I need a basic admin. I honestly think I need a basic. It connects to base instantly. It auto-generates your user list. Yeah, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. Let's say Kilo generally performs better with, oh, okay. Why? Because React admin relies on specific configuration objects and abstractions that can sometimes confuse AI if it references an older version of documentation. Next.js is just standard React code. The AI is fluent in writing standard. Okay. Oh, well, all right. Since we're using like the architect, maybe choose Next.js. Since this is a speech coaching app, your dashboard isn't just rows, it's likely multimedia. All right, we'll do that. So the question about the admin, should admins be a specific role within the existing users, or I'm gonna say specific roles. So let's say Next.js admin role standard SaaS. All right, we'll go with that. So I just chose that over here. Let's see what we can get. So next week, what I'm saying is that we're going to continue building our dashboard, connect that to Supabase. Dashboard connect to Supabase. If we have time, start the deployment to DigitalOcean. And then, yeah, connect. And then, okay, yes, and then reference the connection to that. We also probably have to, we're also gonna have to update our API keys, or not our access keys to AWS to be specifically scoped to the S3 upload and to the transcribe, so that if our key was to ever be leaked, they could not have any other access to it. All right.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
So let's see. Let's wait till this is finished, and then we will take a quick browse of the specs. We can see all the files being created, our constitution, our data model extension, our functional requirements, our technical architecture. I'm not sure if it's using SpecKit to do this or if it's just doing its thing. Let me make this bigger. And we can see task complete. I created the constitution and detailed specifications for this, the speaker precisely admin dashboard. You can find new documents in the specs directory, define the project submission, core principles, security, integrity, and confirm the tech stack, Next.js, and Supabase. I've never used Next.js before, so that's going to be fun. User management, view, search, and manage user accounts, including bans, plans, and plan changes. Plan management, create and configure subscription tiers, free, pro, enterprise. Limit management, define granular limits, recording minutes, and assign them to plans. Offers, create promotional codes and discounts. Nice. Outlines the necessary database schema updates. Adding an admin role to the user profiles, new tables, plans, limits, plan limits, offers, and subscriptions. And then the technical architecture, Next.js router with Tailwind CSS, security, row level security policies to strictly enforce admin only access at the database level, plus middleware to route protection. It is what it is. It is what it is. The specs are ready for your review. If you're satisfied with this plan, you can switch to code mode and begin implementation, starting with setting up Next.js project or applying the database migration. Let's take a quick look at our specs real quick. We have our constitution. Close it out. Let's go take a look at this view. Empower admins with secure, efficient, intuitive interface for speaker precise user base, core principles, security first, data integrity, clarity, scalability. Tech stack, Next.js, app router, styling, Tailwind CSS, Supabase is the backend, and authentication Supabase auth. deployment Vercel or Docker as per current setup. Probably go with maybe we'll try. I don't know. Maybe we'll try Vercel. We'll see. I never used Vercel before. And key concepts, admin, a user with elevated privileges, plan. This is all right. We got that. Data model extensions. Functional requirements. All right. We'll review all of this next week, but I think we're in a good spot. I think we are in a good spot. I am excited. I am excited. All right. Let's go ahead and check the chat. And if there's nothing in the chat, we're going to get to our last topic for today. Let me see. We have, gotta go and ban that. All right, give me a second. Gotta do cleanup on aisle. Let me see. Cleanup on aisle. Let's go to, how do I ban this person? I don't know how to ban him. Let's say block. All right. Let's go. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we're gonna get to. Got my guy Magnetar in the building. Hit me with the Sith Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Shout out to my guy Magnetar. How is your weekend going? Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. Magnetar says, speaking of circles, there is a unit circle in trigonometry. Closing in on 3,000 subscribers. You know, we just doing what we can. We just doing what we can. All right, let's get to this last topic before we get up and out of here today, right? So we are looking at, where is it? Let's go over to Cursor CEO. The Cursor CEO recommends engineers to stop using his product. What? Let's find out what he's talking about. Let's get to it. So, let me see. Cursor CEO warns against vibe coding. By the way, Cursor is a vibe coding application. It's like, I think it's built probably on top of VS Code to do vibe coding, right? It says AI written code creates risks, makes software to crumble. Is that telling us to stop using Cursor? True. What is this over here? Come here. Whatever. This is annoying. Let me see. All right, we're good. It says, vibe coding is currently the talk of the tech town, with some of the world's leading tech company CEOs encouraging more developers to adopt it for churning out code faster than ever and more creatively. However, in a candid discussion with emerging AI-assisted programming trends, Michael Truell, CEO and co-founder of Cursor, has warned that vibe coding, which is essentially a casual approach to letting AI generate large swaths of code without thorough review, could lead to fragile software systems that eventually fall apart. Wow. Right? It says, what is vibe coding? Truell described vibe coding as a method where developers simply describe their desired outcomes in natural language, allowing AI tools to build entire software components end to end. I think there's a little bit of involvement in there, to be honest with you, right? It says, this hands-off style contrasts with traditional coding where programmers write, review, and understand code line by line. While it speeds up prototyping and makes development more accessible, Truell argues it skips critical inspection of the underlying structure. The construction analogy. Speaking at a Fortune Brainstorm AI conference earlier this month, Truell used a vivid analogy to illustrate the dangers. If you were vibe coding, you would close your eyes and just ask for a house to be built. You wouldn't examine the foundations, you wouldn't look under the floorboards, and you wouldn't look at the wiring. I mean, if you're vibe coding to that extent, then you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing your customers a disservice. I think that, because look at that. Look, I'll give you an example. We adamantly test out our applications. Like, how many times have we tested the time cost calculator? We write our unit tests. We write our integration. I mean, we use we use AI to write our test, but then we run it, we test it extensively. The same way that we've tested the Speak Precisely app, we're looking to see if our API keys are being leaked, where it's being stored. We understand the code base. So we should still be following the best practices of the software development, even though we're using AI to help us go faster and get ahead, especially in environments and languages that we're not familiar with. So I'm not familiar with C++. I'm not the best at Flutter, right? But the fact that I understand the coding concepts and testing it, I'm still able to look into, all right, is it structured correctly? Are we leaking any pertinent information, right? So I think all that still plays a role. And that's why you have to be careful with who is building what in today's day and age, all right? He elaborated that as developers add more features equivalent to stacking additional floors on the house, the unexamined weaknesses in AI-generated code compound, causing the entire system to start to kind of crumble. Truel acknowledged that vibe coding might be fine for small prototypes, hobby projects, or quick demos where speed trumps robustness. I don't know. However, for serious high-stakes applications like enterprise software and infrastructure, over-reliance on unchecked AI code creates blind spots. See, the problem is, if you're not checking the AI-generated code, that's a you problem. That's not a quote-unquote vibe coding problem. That's a you problem. And that's why I always recommend that even if if you want to get into tech, if you want to build software and you want to use AI, you have to still get the foundation. You still need to go through the full stack development course, go through Java, go through Flutter, go through all of these courses so that you can actually know what the hell AI is actually doing. Because it will mess up your application, but it's your name is behind it. You can't say, oh, well, I vibe coded it and it messed it up. No, it is still on you. It is still your fault, right? So the idea, like the mindset of developers that he's sharing is the wrong mindset. It is not, I don't think that is the vibe coding, the AI generated code, that's the problem. I think it's you. It's you who is using it incorrectly. That's the problem. It's just a tool. I think that you can still have really strong software, but you still need to test it. You need to inspect it. You need to still follow the best practices of software engineering, software development. All right. Hidden flaws become harder to detect and fix as complexity grows, resulting in systems that are difficult to maintain and prone to failure. The CEO highlighted how generative AI has transformed coding. Developers now spend less time manually writing code and more time directing AI to handle tasks like function creation and refactoring, he said. This shift has democratized programming and accelerated development, particularly for newcomers, yet Truel stressed the importance of actively reviewing AI outputs to preserve software integrity. I agree with that 100%, right? Irony from, there we go, that's the part, right? Irony from the head of an AI coding tool. Truel's warning carried extra weight given his position. Cursor, which was founded in 2022, is an AI-powered code editor designed to generate, debug, and enhance code, serving professional engineering teams on complex projects. The company has exploded in popularity, boasting over 1 million daily users and achieving billion-dollar valuation status, despite building a business on AI-assisted coding. Truel is urging caution to ensure long-term sustainability in the field. Therefore, my assessment is that Truel, the CEO of Cursor and also the co-founder, is saying to stop using his product. That is my assessment. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Do you think I'm wrong? Or is that what you're getting as well? It's giving me vibes, no pun intended, that he's like, you know what? Don't use Cursor because it's not safe. That's what I'm hearing from the CEO. I could be wrong though, but that's my interpretation. Is that your interpretation? Let me know in the comments. All right. But that is it. That is it for today. Check the chat one last time and we're going to get up and out of here on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. All right. Let me see. We have, that's it. But when you do figure it out, Magnetar, let us know on a vibe, code, and chill. I think we're going to be starting back up on the 24th. The 24th of January, we're going to start a vibe, code, and chill. To everyone, take advantage of my Christmas, New Year's promo. I have some slots open for you to join the Tech Barbarians, to join us on our vibe, code, and chill, get access to exclusive content, to run it up with me, with Junior, with Magnetar, with David Yeti, with Rod Brown, with the beloved brother Rod Brown, even though he's on vacation right now, all right? Decided on vacation. No one approved of this PTO, but it is what it is. It is what it is. TechWatch.dev, resume flow, all that good stuff. Get your especially heading into 2026. Get your resume analyzed. Get your resume analyzed so that you can be ready. You can be ready. Stop complaining. Stop being dusty. All that. Tomorrow we're going to be reviewing a LinkedIn post of the wrong use of LinkedIn, the wrong mindset. We're going to be live on Tuesday. All of that good stuff. That's everything. That is everything. Thank you so much, Junior. I truly appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Techo Trout, we are out.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
They think the machine never break. Sometimes the battery hit red. I ain't stopping, I'm just rebooting. Why the bounce back? Go! Eyes heavy like I'm lifting weight with my eyelid. Brain foggy, feeling like I'm stranded on an island. Coffee pot empty and the energy is silent. Fighting with the demons in my head, getting violent. Staring at the screen, but the progress isn't moving. Spinning on the wheels, tell me what am I proving? Body aching, bad breaking, losing all the grooving. Every single step feels like I'm just losing. Working 24, but the needle barely nudging. Feel like I'm a hammer, but the wall isn't budging. Burn on creepy, yeah, the shadow is a trudging. Doubters on the sideline, yeah, they always judging. Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hypertension? Did I make the turn? Did I lose the dimension? Need a little break, need a little intervention. Before I crash out and I lose the retention. Man, I'm feeling fried, sucker to your sizzling. Vision getting blurry and the rain start drizzling. Plus I'm feeling heavy, motivation and fizzling. Waiting for the steak, but I don't hear the sizzling. But I can't quit, now I came to the flag. Even when I'm dragging and I'm feeling like a rag. Got too many gold packed inside the bag. Gotta push through even when I hit the lag. Just need a minute, just need to close the blinds. Disconnect the server, disconnect the lines. Lay the head down, let the body unwind. So I can wake up and get back on the grind. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Hold the high for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. They sit in the stands with a popcorn ready. Praying at my knees, but hoping I ain't steady. Wanna see the downfall, wanna see it messy. Wanna see me crash like a stolen Chevy. I see the side eyes, hear the whispers in the dark. Waiting for the flame to extinguish the spark. They wanna see the dog loot a bite in the bark. But I'm a gray white swimming like a shark. If I quit now, man, they win the whole game. If I slow down, they gon' tarnish the name. Gotta feed the fire, gotta feed the flame. Satisfaction that they seek is a damn shame. I ain't gon' give it to them, never gon' fold. Story of my fair is a story never told. My desire to win is worth my goal. Bigger than the hate that they tryna hold. So I take a rest, yeah, I hit the pillow hard. Reboot the system, put the ace front of car. Keep the haters locked out, stand in the yard. While I recharge the battery and lower down the guard. Just for an hour, let the new runs reset. Wake up cleaner than I ever been yet. Ready for the war, ready for the threat. Gonna make them pay every single little debt. They want me to crumble, they want me to crack. But I bounce back like a rubber on the track. Sleep is the weapon, get the mind intact. Then I hit the gas, never looking back. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Close the eyes for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. Okay, I'm up now, wipe the crust out. Looking in the mirror, no more disguise. Demon on my shoulder, yeah, he finally died. Energy is peaking, reaching for the sky. Thought I was dumb and you must be crazy. Thought the burnout meant that I was getting lazy. Vision was blurry, now it ain't hazy. Pushing up Daisy, now I'm pushing Mercedes. Word didn't change, but the mind stay with flip. Got a new Mac and I put in a clip. Haters looking sick, yeah, they starting to trip. Watching me and sin while they sinking in the ship. Progress was slow, now I'm moving like speed. Planting whole forest when I planted the seed. Satisfy the want, satisfy the need. Made the competition turn around and bleed. I do this for the win, I don't do it for the likes. Coming up the mountain while you riding on trikes. Heading for the top, yeah, I'm planning the strikes. Running up the score, yeah, I'm racking up strikes. Turning the engine, failure's not an option. Turning every obstacle into adoption of a new method. Yeah, I'm swapping in, I'm copying. Only thinking is the records that I'm popping. Burner was a lie, it was just a little test. Put a head down, got a little bit of rest. Now I'm back stronger, pounding on the chest. Put me to the trial and I asked the question. Yeah, I'm wide awake now. You shouldn't have blinked. I can let them see me lose. My drive is bigger, be a hate, be bigger than hate. Back, better work, better work, better work, better work, better work, better work, better work. Poke at it.